Welcome to my podcast. Today's my first episode. I will tell you a little bit about who I am. I'll be going over some manifestation techniques, affirmations, and meditation. I was very young. I must have been about 10 years old when I had my first intuition. It was brushed away very quickly because no one knew what to say or explain what the situation was. A few years later in my teens, I realized that I was getting these premonitions and intuitions, and I had feelings of people passing or people coming into my life, and you could call them energies or vibrations. And later on, I had the opportunity of evolving and becoming the person I am today. When I was very young, I saw my brother, or I felt my brother passing, but I didn't know how he was passing. And this was in 1996, and it was a very scary, chilling feeling. I didn't have words to explain the feeling I was going through. All I did was weep. And when I ended up discussing this with my family, it was very different. Being born and raised in an East Indian Punjabi family, these things and talks were taboo. Not being able to explain, not understanding what situations or intuitions and premonitions were, a lot of this was ignored. Later in my life, I had the opportunity of going to India and discovering my full potential of spiritualism. I settled in Bombay for about 10 years, and I had the opportunity of going through spiritual teachings, techniques, meditation, manifestation, affirmations. I had gone through another family crisis at that time where my father was diagnosed with cancer. I was in India, and I had no idea how to help or what to do because I did not want my father to go through any kind of pain. I bumped into a guru, just like, when the universe opens doors and you just bump into people or people come into your lives. So I met this person and introduced me to Reiki. So I went to a Reiki practitioner, and they told me what distance Reiki was. Distance Reiki, they would open up all my chakras and take the pain out through me from my father. So my father would not feel any kind of pain. We did about 3 sessions, and I didn't feel anything. I just kind of dozed away. And through the Reiki, my father did not feel any pain. His chemo went without a hitch, no pain, no nothing. My father didn't even take Tylenol. So I started getting more involved in spiritualism, figuring out what chakras was, figuring out what Reiki was. And I drove wholeheartedly, figuring out and evolving myself. So my first teachings from my guru, learning how to cleanse energy. It was cleansing energy, purifying energy, and clearing energy. The techniques I performed, and I actually got really good at it, and I started cleansing my family. With that, I started adapting affirmations, I started adapting manifestations, and I started doing meditation. All of this is great if you practice it on a daily basis. I would do this for 10 years while I was in Bombay. When I actually came back to Toronto, I had to do a corporate job again. It was taking whatever I've learned for 10 years and brushing it away and doing a corporate job. When I was growing up in Canada, I didn't know if it was still a taboo or if I could openly share myself. For some reason, life got really busy, like everyone else's. We're paying the bills, we're paying the mortgage, and all of this just became sidelined. I did my meditation, I did my manifestation, I did my affirmations for myself. I started cleansing my family, and then I started getting calls from my brother's friends, my mom's friends, to cleanse them and do energy cleansing. And it became a little bit of a habit on a weekly basis to go cleanse people. And when I was younger, it was brushed away, and now it's being wholeheartedly welcomed. It was just evolving, day and night thing that had happened to me. And I was just like, how accepting is everyone? And I started indulging more into this as well. Why people come to me. For instance, people come to me for different reasons in regards to affirmations, manifestations, or meditations. And I find that all of this lacks discipline. Affirmations are words as I am beautiful, or uplifting, today is going to be a great day. Today I'm going to get my promotion. These are affirmations, or these are homework situations that you would actually do on a daily basis. So you would do it in the morning, you would do it in the afternoon, you would do it at night. And why people need to come to me is because they forget to do it after the second day. So it becomes, a different situation where they would need guided affirmation tools, where they would sit down with me and we would go through this on a daily basis or every 7 days, and then we pick up a new affirmation. Manifestation is a visualization that you see as a goal being done. And it's not a 1 year term goal. It could be 1 month, it could be 3 months, it could be something like easy as getting a car or a promotion. So guided manifestation is also required, and they actually it's you can use a vision board to have a visualization and actually put that into your goals. So the difference between affirmations and manifestation is mindset versus action. So your mindset is your affirmations and your action is your manifestation. Meditation is also another tool that needs discipline. So I would actually say people would need to do meditation just to clear their minds on a daily basis. We sit in front of a computer. We are constantly traveling. We're constantly working, and then we end up going to the gym. But there's nothing calming our body, our minds down. So when our bodies calm down at night, sometimes your mind is going 24/7. Like you're not sleeping, you're not resting. There's situations where you could sleep for 7 hours or 8 hours, but when you get up, it's like, I need to go back to bed again for another 5, 10 minutes. Why is that? Your mind is not rested. So that's where meditation comes into play. Okay. So meditation, you can do 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night. And then by the time you increase it 5 minutes every day and you reach an hour, you'll find how calm and still your body is, your mind is. You'll have 7 to 8 hours sleep and getting up fresh, not waiting for 5 minutes more, 10 minutes more. You'll actually be more alert and you'll understand your body and your mind a little more. And so the industry I work with is vast. It's every industry, every person, and every type of technique I use with each person or each business is custom to what you need or what you want. For instance, I work with people in the real estate industry. There could be a home that hasn't been sold for 90 days or 120 days, and an agent gets in touch with me. Can you clear the energy in the home, or if there's any blockages, and balance them out, similar to Feng Shui. So I'll go in, remove the blockages, I'll cleanse the home with the owner. And then it's happened that, sometimes the home gets sold within 10 days or 2 weeks. So, there are techniques, and if you do need this conducted, you could always get in touch with me and I could come out in person to get this done. You could always reach out to my website at www.evolve-and-empower-me.com. I've also gone out to businesses where they want to expand a unit and they know that there's a lease coming up, the tenant is leaving and they want to expand it to the next unit. So I've actually gone out there and I've done a cleansing for that, and they've purchased a unit without any extra cost. Even with people ending badly in relationships, or avoiding divorces or separation, or you fall out of love in a relationship, you've been married for 15 years, how to actually bring things together, make sure that with manifestation, affirmations, and meditation, whatever it is that you need to do, like I said, it's custom. It is your own intuition. It is your own proper mindset. Your mindset dictates what you want to get done. So I've had someone that wanted to expand a unit, a business unit, and they had a lease that was coming up, and I went in and I did some feng shui, I did some cleansing energy, and within a few months they had got the lease without any extra charges. With all of this, either it be in a relationship, it be in a business, everything is custom. I can give you the solution, but it's up to you to do the homework. And the homework is making sure that you have the right intention for the right goal you want to achieve. So if your mindset is not, it's a maybe and it's not precise, you're going to get a delayed response from the universe. So if I want to have a promotion in 3 months, this is the promotion I'm going to get, and this is the title of my promotion I want, and I want to make another $30,000 on my promotion. These are precise goals, precise manifestations that you will achieve and put it out in the universe. It's all about your vibration. It's all about the energy that you're putting out in the universe. Okay? I'm very excited to share my infinite journey with all of you, with my experiences and my intuitions and my techniques. And hopefully you can do the same. Leave some comments, leave questions that you'd like me to answer, and be ready for my next podcast. We'll be discussing more on meditation, Beginner's Meditation 101.